Well, I can tell you that over the last few years, it's been relatively steady as far as how many students choose to stay in the state of Iowa when they find full-time employment or how many leave. And generally, it's right around 50% stay in the state of Iowa. In fact, the number for our 12-13 academic year was 49% would stay in the state of Iowa.
I'm not going to be staying in Iowa after graduation. I have a job in downtown Chicago, so I'll be moving there. I looked everywhere. I didn't have an area preference. It was just kind of wherever was the best opportunity for me, and that ended up being in Chicago.
I mean, when I chose Drake, I knew that I was going to go somewhere else after, like to some sort of graduate school. So I just always saw Drake as more of a transitional place, like all of Iowa as more of a transitional place. I think that I'd particularly like to branch out of the Midwest since I've lived here so long and just see what other kinds of states are like.
Not sure where I'm going to go, but I'm thinking I'll stay in Iowa. I think if I went anywhere else, it'd be as far east as Galena. But right now, I'm looking at either staying in the Cedar Falls or Dubuque area. I haven't looked too deeply into anything yet. In the end, I ultimately want to do something creative. If I can write, that'd be awesome, whether it's doing journalism or just doing a freelance writing job. But ultimately, I would just want to keep creativity at the heart of it.
We want students to find the right opportunity for them, obviously. And, when you have such a high percentage of students coming from out of state, nearly 50%, you have to understand that sometimes those students want to go home. They want to go, if they grew up in the Chicago suburbs, they may want to go home to the Chicago suburbs. But you also have some that do stay in the state of Iowa. We do know that we do try to make students aware of the opportunities in the state of Iowa. We do have a Consider Iowa program where we recognize Iowa employers at our career fairs. We've done special networking events over the years, or road trips or immersion trips where we take students to learn about opportunities in the state of Iowa and get to meet young professionals so they have an opportunity to network with people who have chosen to stay in the state of Iowa or return to the state of Iowa, and just what the quality of life is like here, and is there things to do outside of work, and can I afford to have an apartment or buy a house, and all those kinds of things.